Tēnā koe te kai ahu pungao. Greetings, fellow physicists. Working through some of the stuff that I've set up for us here with me, pronouncing Te Reo well for physics, number 5. I'd like to duck back and look at phonemes, the Lego bricks of sound. There's only 55 of them in Te Reo. I've covered the pronunciation, and the previous videos will go into that. And I'd like to revisit the lovely analogy that Brenda McKechnie came up with of the periodic table of sounds. Thank you, Brenda. There's only 55 of them. English has got well over 300 different phonemes, and we use them without any difficulty. Once you get your head around these 55 Lego bricks of sound, you'll be away too. Now, in order to get things going here, I thought I'd hunt out some tongue twisters and do some pronunciation practice before I finally, on this little clip here, introduce you to some words that we can use in our physics lessons. So I hunt around the old interweb thingy and found 2 places with cool tongue twisters for practicing pronunciation. It wasn't easy in itself. Although I'm not on Facebook, I search found a page for the Puke Tāpapa Youth Foundation. So there is the link. You can click on it. I might even try and put that link in the description. And here's a couple of tongue twisters that I sourced from them. Thank them for the help with this. They didn't even know they've given it, but thank them for the help. And it's an old one from when we had pennies. Ka taka te kapa, ka kata te tama. The taka means falling down. Kapa is a transliteration of copper, and that was the name for a penny. Kata is happy or laughing. Tama is a boy. So ka taka te kapa, ka kata te tama. I'll go it again. Ka taka te kapa, ka kata te tama. For the second language speakers, that's not easy. So ka taka te kapa, ka kata te tama. And that's pretty quick. I've gone a bit faster than you might want at the start. Feel free to pause the video and work at this at your own pace. And one for the pandemic here, which I found from them. Mea mau mahara. Remember. Mau maruha. Mau maruha. Yeah. Mea mau mahara. Remember. Mau maruha. Yeah. And there's the ha. I didn't get that right the first one. I'll do it again. Mea mau mahara. Mau maruha. And maru is protect, and ha is breath. So mau mahara is to remember. Literally, mau is capture, and or hold on to, and mahara is thought. So to remember. So let us remember. Hold on to the protection for our breath. So mea mau mahara, mau maruha. That's always remember. Let us remember. Wear a mask. Second page I found was from a blog from a mum raising her kids with Te Reo, and it's a lovely little read. It's a really lovely little take on her life, and I admire her for this. And I'll be again putting the links to this in the description below. And she's put this lovely thing she's found and posted, and I'll run through it here. And there's also whenever you see the word kai in here, you can actually use tu and moi. Kai is eat, tu is, in this case it's a verb. Tu is to stand and moi is to sleep. Ka kaiau, kaore au e kai. Kei te kaiau, kaore au I te kai. E kai ana au, kaore au e kai ana. Kia tika rawa toku reo. Kua kaiau, kaore anō au kia kai. I te kaiau, kaore au I te kai. I kaiau, kaore au I kai. Kia tika rawa toku reo. And the first couple of lines of this one here, ka tu au, kaore au e tu. Kei te tu au, kaore au I te tu. And you can use tu for stand and moi for sleep in there. And it's a lovely little thing. It's a nice little poem as well. Third and final external page I want to reference here before I finish on the words I'd like to drop into you. I want to reference some stuff that I've used in last week's tutorial, and thank you to the folks who rolled along for that. I'm grateful to them. It's from the Christchurch Libraries. The web address is, and I'll again be posting a link to that in the description. Please visit their page directly because they have sound files that'll help you. But as a teaser, I'd like to do what I think is the funniest. There's a harder one there, but it's the funniest one from their page, and it's this. I love it. Koia te hoia I toia e te roia. Ka moia e poia, ka rere ki mo koia. I'll do it again. And You've got to be careful. I wasn't careful enough here. This E in here has to be pronounced slightly different from the I. Koia te hoia, I toia e te roia, ka moia e poia, ka rere ki mo koia. Finally, one more time. Koia te hoia, I toia e te roia, ka moia e poia, ka rere ki mo koia. I love it. And finally, here's some stuff I'd like to finish with. I'd like to give you some physics-specific words that you may be able to drop into your work. You know, people say when you do the hard mahi and drop Māori words into English, you can drop these into your conversations when you're teaching your kids, if you like, or teaching your students, rather. Sorry. Papatipu, that is mass. And taumaha is an old word for weight or heavy. Tō a papa literally means pull from Mother Earth. That's gravity. Te Reo is fast. Te Retanga is the business of being fast, or velocity, speed. Whakatere is to cause to be fast, to accelerate. And whakateretanga is that suffix, tanga on the end. Whakateretanga, the business of getting faster, acceleration. So there's half a dozen 7 words you could drop into the coming week. Thank you very much for tuning in, folks, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of you maybe on Wednesday night. Cheers all. Kia ora te whanau.